Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to my latest video. Today I'm going to share a flip through of my bullet journal pages from October so far and also my setup for November. I keep my bullet journal inside this personalised cover from Start Bay Notebooks, and the journal that I use is a dotted Rhodia Gold book, and that's an A5 size. So this is my setup for October, and I've been using my printables that I share over on Patreon and in my shop. And so that's my calendar so far. And I always just make a note, I always mention this, but I make a note not just of things I've got definitely coming up, so I'll put kind of reminders for closing the giveaways when I've got videos going out, but also what I've been working on every day. And I really like that because it gives me a nice kind of full picture of what are the main projects that I've worked on during the month. And this is where I set out my main tasks for the month, so the things that I know I definitely want to try and get done. Then right at the end of the month, I'll write down my social media numbers, so how I'm doing on different platforms, and then a quick review of how that month's been. And then this is my master task list, and it's really an organised brain dump. So everything I can think of that I want to do in different areas of my life are all noted down here. And then each week when I set up for my kind of weekly schedule, I look through each of these and try and pick different things that I think I will be able to get hopefully done that week. And then in the evenings, I set up my daily log by looking back at my weekly planner, and I'll kind of show you that in a bit more detail in a moment. So this is my Be Proud page, one of my happiest pages. Every evening I write down at least a line of things that I've done that I'm happy with. So I've did things like that, launching my 30k subscribers giveaway on YouTube, did some more Skillshare filming, persevering with uploading my class despite lots of technical difficulties. So I just try and give myself a little boost in the evenings. And because I think it's so easy to focus on the things that we didn't get done, and that's just my kind of way of changing my mindset a little bit. And my one line a day is where I write down just a quick summary of what I've done that day. So not necessarily work related as such. So it might be things like weather's turned much colder, we had flooding, feeling tired, but also filmed my journal zine, did some index card binding. So like personal projects, things like that I've been working on, all goes in here. And that's my gratitude log. I fill that out at the same time in the evening as my Be Proud page. And I just take a few minutes to really think and reflect on the things that I'm grateful for. And I found that so powerful for me. I've been doing this for years now, and initially it kind of felt a bit false if I'd had a bad day writing them down, but now it comes really naturally to me, and I look out for things during the day that I know I'm going to be able to write about in the evening. So it kind of helps my mindset during the whole day because I know I'm going to want to fill this out. This then is my habit tracker, where I write down the things that I really want to focus on throughout the course of the month, and then do 3 diagonal lines each day that I am able to complete that habit. And I just alternate the direction of the lines in the row across and down below. And again, that's a really good visual picture for me at the end of the month, kind of how I'm doing with everything. And this is my YouTube plan for the month. So the things I'd like to film, which I haven't done, all of them that I've liked this month. That's mainly because I spent a lot of time in early October filming my Skillshare class. So I knew that some of my YouTube videos would kind of be delayed a bit, but I'm fine with that. So I just make a note of when I filmed it, edited it and released. And then the same with my blog posts when I've drafted them and released them. And then that's my mood tracker for the month. Again, a really lovely visual picture of how things have been for me. That's where I record my Patreon for the month. So I tend to write things in pencil of what I'm hoping to release each day and then ink them in once they're done. And then there's kind of like my main content that I know I share every month. So journal prompts on the first day of the month, the tutorial, the printables, my Patreon video, the creative challenge for the next month, and then anything else that I want to share as well. Then behind that, I've got my weekly plans, and this is where I mentioned I go back and look at my master task list and I write down everything I'm hoping to get done from that here in my tasks column. This is where I make a quick note of things that I've worked on or deadlines that I've got for projects I'm doing with other people. My meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner and snacks, I may be changing this soon and I'll talk to you in a bit about why. My mini habit tracker, so things I really want to focus on each week. So for me, that's exercise, water intake, personal development and creative projects. And then anything there that I know is going to be happening the next week, I write down so I can keep that in mind during the week so I don't overcommit myself. And also anything I didn't then manage to get done, I move into here. And that's my daily plans, and each evening I look at anything I need to migrate over, which I just mark with a little forwards arrow. And then I also again go back to this task list and pick out anything that I'm hoping to work on the next day. And I don't always get everything done on the list, but I usually get through probably a good 70-80% of it unless something really unexpected comes in. And then when I set up the next week, I use this box here to start off my task list and then go back to that master task list to add anything else down that I think is going to be realistic. And I've kept this same kind of process going now for a long time, and it works really well for me. It keeps me kind of productive and focused on all of the things that I want to get done. And so this is my current week, and as you can see again, lots of things in pencil here for things that I wanted to get done today, and then if I get them done I ink them in. So that's my then daily list behind there. And then this is my setup for November with my printables. I kind of went for a hig cozy theme because I thought it'd be really good to focus on self-care and nice feelings before we get into that really busy run up to Christmas and the end of the year. So again, I've got then all of the same pages in there that I had in last month's setup. And the only thing that's I've added that's different is a 10-minute tidy schedule. I find that I work so hard during the week, the last thing I want to do is spend too much of my weekends tidying. So I want to pick one kind of main room each day, and I'm just going to colour in a line so that during the week, by the time I get to the weekend, I'll already have done at least 50 minutes of tidying or cleaning to just reduce how much I need to do at the weekends. And I'm just in that 10 minutes picking the worst part of any room. So it could be tidying, it could be cleaning windows, vacuuming, whatever it is that needs doing. And I mentioned about my plans possibly changing. One of the things I've been talking about over on Patreon is the things I really want to give more focus to, and that's my health and well-being and long-term goals and planning. And I'm trialing out a few different things in here at the moment, and I'm really sort of hoping that it's going to give me more focus by having these two things separately and then pulling the tasks across into here. So that's something I'm playing with, and if it works I'll probably share more of at a later date. Well, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you're doing well, and as always a massive thank you to everybody who's joined me over on Patreon. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking with you really soon in my next video.